What do you learn about canonical poets like Hafiz by reading a female poet like Jahan Malek Khatoun?
I think by reading either a female poet like Jahan Malek Khatoun, or in my own study, reading a poet such as Obaid Zarqani, who has only normally been read as a satirical poet rather than as a panegyrist or a court poet. By using their works to read Hafiz, I think what you learn is you learn a lot about the kind of influence that Hafiz had on other poets, because you see response to him in their poetry, but you also see in his poetry his response to these less well-known, in terms of Jahan Malek Khatoun, this female poet, or poets that did not have as stable a career, and Obaid Zarqani is a good example of that. You see response in his poetry to theirs. And so it kind of complicates the idea of him as the towering figure in Shiraz at the time. And it complicates the idea that he, and I think an erroneous idea that some people have, that he kind of was working almost alone, or he was working somehow apart from competitors or contemporaries. Because you see in the poetry of those two figures and lots of the other less well-known poets of his time, lots of connections between him and them, and then of course connections to really important figures in Baghdad and in other cities that were rivals to Shiraz. So I think reading less well-known poets always helps you understand poets that are considered to be more important, but also poets that have been more heavily studied.